David in Northwich, a political element broke your marriage up, David. Is that right?
Oh yeah, that's right. And thanks for taking me call. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, she made a fool of me for all of our married life, really.
Go on.
Because I've always been compassionate and caring about people, and I thought she was the same. And it transpired after a big row we had over refugees and Rwanda and stuff that she said she's always voted Conservative, and it's disgusting, really, isn't it?
Well, no, it's not disgusting to vote Conservative.
Come on.
Well, hang on. No, David, it isn't. It isn't. No,
well, it is really, isn't it?
Well, not always. No, not always. Because is it a specific element of Conservative policy currently that she was favouring that made things difficult, or was it just generally?
Well, if you look what's happened since 2010, all through austerity, which killed hundreds of thousands of people, and then everything that's happened in between, and all this time when I thought she was like me, who cares about people, then she doesn't really care about anybody but herself, maybe. And it was like it was disgusting. It's disgusting.
And had she told you she was voting what? Do you vote Labour?
I've always voted Labour, yeah. And
did she tell you she voted Labour?
She never actually come right out and said, but we stood in the polling booth together and we voted together. I always assumed she voted Labour.
I'm sorry. Apologies for laughing. I'm not laughing at you, I promise, David. I'm just seeing this image of two people in the polling booth, and you just assume she was voting the same as you. But, I mean, she's allowed to vote any way she wants. You might not agree with it, but is it a reason to leave, to end your marriage?
But don't you think that's disgusting? Voting Conservative all these years. And she's pretending she's compassionate and she cares about people and this and blah, blah, blah. And everything she's always said is if she's a compassionate, caring people when she isn't.
Anyone who listens to this programme knows my view of the current incarnation of conservatism is not a favourable one. But I certainly don't think it's disgusting to vote Conservative.
Oh, honestly?
Yeah. Well, you're going to stop listening to me now, David?
Well,
we can't have a democracy in which we say you are disgusting for voting for a different political party to me. I can pick apart elements of what the Conservatives have done over the last 10 years and tell them it's disgusting. But we'll never know what Jeremy Corbyn would have done if he got into power. We don't know yet what Keir Starmer will do if he gets into power. And elements of what Tony Blair did when he was in power, lots of people think is disgusting. Lots of Labour voters think is disgusting. If you think of Iraq, for example, we can't go down the route of saying if you vote Conservative, you are disgusting.
Well, you're entitled to believe that the principles of conservatism are disgusting.
Of course you are.
You're entitled to believe that.
You are. I don't agree with you, but
I'm not ashamed to say that I care about people. I'll always vote Labour. So why should someone hide that from me all these years? It's like fox hunting, isn't it? Where they try to justify it. So she's obviously ashamed she should be voting Conservative all these years.
Well, she's probably terrified of your reaction rather than ashamed, because your reaction is to divorce her.
Well, no, actually, it's a mutual thing. We got divorced because obviously that can't go on, can it? You can't honestly share the rest of your life with someone who votes Conservative, can you?
I could.
No, you couldn't.
I could, absolutely.
Honestly?
Yeah, I could marry a Conservative MP if I fell in love with him and I loved him, as long as he wasn't one of the mad ones.
Well, they're all mad, aren't they?
No, they're not all mad. Some of them are wonderful people.
You're joking.
I'm not joking.
Can you name one?
Of course I can.
Go on then.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to go through a list of names, but there's not even in the current crop. I mean, in just historically, there's wonderful Conservatives in this country. And some Labour politicians would agree with me. There are some absolute shockers in the last few years and some shocking policies that I'm absolutely dead against. But I would stand with them rather than with you and your attitude to calling somebody disgusting for voting differently to you.
Well, it's not just, you see, that's where you've trivialised it, haven't you?
Honestly, I haven't trivialised it.
You have though, haven't you? Your standpoint is to make it trivial because...
How have I been trivial? How have I been trivial?
Because I've got got a different political view for someone else.
I'm not
when
trivialising that. I think it's something you should divorce somebody for or call somebody disgusting for. No, I don't. I'm not trivialising it.
Well, you are in a way.
Am I?
Well, everything that's happened in 2010, and really, and that's just a political point of view where you should let someone vote Conservative.
No, I've made it clear I don't think that all of the things that have happened since 2010 are acceptable. Some of them are, some of them aren't. And I'm appalled by lots of it.
None of them are.
Well, okay. Well, I'm not surprised to hear you say none of them are. But I think we're on... you are completely entitled to divorce your wife because you feel she's lied to you for years about her politics. That's between you and her, not me. But the idea that we go about saying... you, Conservative, are disgusting. You, if you vote Conservative, are disgusting, is an absolutely terrible place to take our politics, and I refuse to play ball with you, David, in that particular game.